It's Wednesday, Michigan. I'm Excalibur, joined by Taz, Tony Schiavone. First match already in the ring.
To everyone what this is all about.
Claudio Castagnoli. The winner of this match will get a shot at the if Claudio wins, he and a partner will get a shot at the Lucha Brothers.
Obviously, Phoenix giving up a plethora of size, but Phoenix...
If there's anyone top to bottom as stronger than...
He's also extremely agile, ducking that reverse kick. Detroit here on Dynamite. A pay-per-view on free TV. We will hear Cassidy looks to defend the AEW International Championship against the TNT Championship. Anna Jay, Julia Trios Championship on the line. Open house rules match against Mega. One-on-one.
This is a loaded...
Love top to bottom, I'm telling you this. Right so far, top. Look, he went across. You know he wanted to climb the turnbuckles.
What the hell, wow.
And Phoenix diving hook on Rana lands on...
We'll do it again.
Looking for the second. The power, the anticipation, Tony.
But really, third time, Claudio was just waiting for him there.
Wow. Insane power, and watch this. Right across.
Outside.
Oh, God.
Delayed vertical suplex inside. I think Claudio may have gotten a bit rocked.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Claudio's facing to the top of the barricade. Caught him with a couple shots there. Now Phoenix.
Oh, my God.
The Huracan Rana.
That I've ever seen. Have you, Taz, like that?
I have seen it, but never like that. It takes major risk.
Yeah. Ray Phoenix, his brother Penta El Zero Miedo. The Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor in March. Their lone defense of the title between the Lucha Brothers, QT Marshall and Powerhouse Hobbs, Taz.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And look at all the action that just went down in 4 minutes.
D7th, over 60,000 tickets all London. Claudio Castagnoli there. The cover, 2.
And you see right there, members of the Blackpool Combat Club, Danielson.
Not with them, Tony. He's preparing for this main event steel cage match against Kenny Omega. Yeah.
Big night for him.
BCC with a chance to bookend. This is, but still on the outside, but maybe not for long. Claudio, a couple shots to the mid-second.
And I'll tell you, Ray has been one step ahead of Claudio.
Firing those legs up, escaping the pinfall attempt in this.
Slam, press slam Phoenix from the top, but Phoenix
23. Sale going on right now, but Claudio Castagnoli, and ooh, very, very close. Taz, I think Claudio goes.
You're correct. That's exactly what it is. He realizes he gets a shot at Claudio's Ring of Honor World title.
We've been saying Ali had labored breathing. That just shows. Whoa!
The barricade. Can Phoenix beat the count? We will keep you with.
Security guy out there to check on Ray, who is still down out there.
Yeah, the onus is on.
So the people in the
power to keep Phoenix elevated, with the power to throw him. But Claudio Castagnoli putting the boots to Ray Phoenix, keeping him on the outside. The possible combinations, if Phoenix loses this match, of people to do it. He could pick John Moxley. Those are dangerous matchups. And
dangerous towards the Lucha Bros.
Lateral press, far leg hook, but like off this victory, he would have a huge mental advantage
to a competitor, and you got to go against him again. It really has to grate on your. This is the first time that Claudio and Phoenix have ever faced each other one
rounding Ray Phoenix. Yeah, Taz.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Got hands punching Claudio about the head.
Phoenix doing a good job. Shot. Not sure you want to get into a firefight with Claudio Castagnoli. Stunned him. Now hits the ropes. Claudio decked him. On TBS AEW Dynamite, Claudio Castagnoli, Ray Phoenix Tag Team Champions. The winner gets a shot at the other.
Caesars Arena, we are at the home of the Pistons and the Red Wings.
On TNT, Claudio Castagnoli, the gut
round Ray Phoenix, which is smart. But now the ropes here at the second top rope, I should say.
Claudio Castagnoli, 7 successful defenses of the title. His most notable defense coming against Eddie yesterday. I'd like to wish him a speedy recovery. Can't wait to see him back in the ring. But Phoenix goes through the ropes.
Great timing, because Claudio had ducked out of the way of a spin kick that time, but he caught it.
Enough to stun even the Ring of Honor World Champion. But that, 2 and not a great cover, and I think that's what allowed
again Danielson and Wheeler Yuta to see what happens here. But we're in the mode as the whole race car.
Yeah, no, it was a very labored analogy, but you know, I respect you for trying.
Insane that moonsault.
Just like your analogy.
I'm telling the fact that we saw members of the BCC watching, like you says, Taz.
You never know, but
that's right.
Yeah, the Blackpool Combat Club, they have been terrible. The anti-air, the cover, Phoenix fired that shoulder up, and Claudio, what a counter! No!
Woo, that was so.
That's Claudio's power almost working against episode of AEW All Access coming up tonight, 10/9 Central right. Castiglione, Phoenix, the thrust kick, he took Claudio off his feet.
He's gonna get him. Okay, so basically, if Phoenix would have won this match right here,
He only wins this match. He and a partner of his choosing will get a shot. And don't forget, in our main event, Claudio Castiglione, up on Mary Lauder. Great toughness by Ray Phoenix, but Claudio now the hammer. And now the arms crisscross.
He's got him. He's got him. Ending battle right there to kick this show off. Wow, that was something.
They being the BCC?
Yeah, but what configuration will it be, Excalibur?
Claudio, Lucha Brothers. And speaking of Moxley, yes, Moxley, Omega, locked inside, are in the... That can't possibly be right.
Welcome back to Dynamite. What brings you back here tonight?
Oh, what?
Wow. Power walking right into Tony.
Champion.
Okay, let's talk about the pillars. You know, in this company,
The future of AEW.
we were like the Beatles, man. Sam Boy, cool, calm, collected, brooding, young stud. John. And then there's me. And since this company has started, the gap between me and the three of them has opened. I'm begging these boys to step up to the plate. John Moxley, CM Punk, Chris Jericho. What have you guys done? I was in the best singles history of professional wrestling, that Double or Nothing. I will be in the best four-way common. And that is the generational talent. Heavyweight champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Arena, and the history with our main event goes all the way back.
No more hiding. No more! Instead of letting him take on me, this is far from over. Animals like the BCC! You're gonna walk out of that building.
John Moxley, Kenny Omega. Tony Schiavone over recent weeks. Dax Harwood out by Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Throwing down the gauntlet for world.
Mark Briscoe.
Manipulating Mark Briscoe.
FTR, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you got an advantage against FTR.
I think we owe an apology to someone, so I want to get...
Well, that is Second Sing, and unfortunately Sanjay Dutt as well.
Tag team in one job today, and that's accept the challenge. Guys, accept our challenge at Double or Nothing.
Hang on, do you guys want us to accept their challenge at Double or Nothing? Wait a second, I got it. I got an idea, okay. I will asshole, if you guys admit Briscoe to get to us.
Sanjay doesn't even know how to pronounce his name.
Hey. Boys, simmer down. I'm saying it's become abundantly apparent. Okay? So I talked to my at Double or Nothing, tag team title match, and guest referee, baby. If I'm wrong, hey, Jay Lethal, please take one and pass him around and make this official. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pour those for me, my good man.
Oops, he's right in front of Mark Briscoe's eyes.
Sanjay is worthless.
See, that alcohol just burn your eyes for
Dax
sure.
doesn't realize what he's doing.
Dax even knew who the hell he did that to.
Dax just fighting on instinct alone.
Wow, that was a drive right on top of your head.
Just fighting blind. And now the realization saying that Mark Briscoe is best friend, and now it's ahead of Double or
Briscoe was a
Nothing.
little ticked off right there. You can tell.
This rivalry between Adam Cole and Chris Jericho. On Chris Jericho, and Jericho saying it was an unprovoked assault. It's Chris Jericho.
Guys, I'm here with the Oach. Adam really got the best of you last week when he attacked you. How have you...
Why is everyone so happy that Adam Cole got the best of Chris Jericho? I wasn't prepared for a fight, Cole. You created an unsafe work environment. I got legal counsel, and I now have a court order. You are not allowed inside. You want to mess around with Chris?
See, Adam Cole is one of my best friends on the planet. Banned from the building. Guess who's not banned from the building? Me. In a fight. In a falls count.
Listen, Roderick, but if you want to make a name for yourself in AEW against Chris Jericho on Dynamite, you got one. But remember this, Roderick.
We were gonna do that, Chris. I also got... See you next week.
That looks like it checks out.
Roderick Strong, the Jericho Appreciation Society banned from the British Jericho. Roderick Strong, that is huge, Tony. Oh, heading into Tony Khan's office and Renee Paquette. She's
Quite the night here on Dynamite already. The return of Miro Thunder Rosa. So it seems that tonight it's a good night.
The only reason that I'm here is because I am too good to deny. Part of the inner circle.
Sammy was never brought in to be my second.
What I've always known, and the world's about to find out.
Really taking a lot of those tackers.
An opportunity at the world title.
When I heard that that's where he belongs.
And I'm on the line because I know that I belong at the top of this.
Leaving in the past. I think Sammy Guevara is now at the point where that potential has been...
His life on the line for all of you and for himself.
And if there's any kids out there watching and you have something that you want to do in here and you go for it, it can come true.
Guevara be crowned AEW World Champion. And Tony, but what exactly is going on?
Thanks for had. This is one of the best lineups, some of the best matches, and great wrestling you're going to see tonight. In the back, there are more than ever that AEW can produce even more great content. And please join us next Wednesday here on AEW Dynamite. Thank you. Let's go back to the ring.
Wow, Tony, what is it? I want to know now.
Well, I agree with him on one count, and that is...
Oh, we definitely do. I mean, they were going into Tony's...
A 20-minute time limit is for the AEW weighing whatever. He is the Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy winning October in Toronto, defeating Pac to petition 20 championship.
A lot to be said for being red hot and had capacity.
And the challenger from Buffalo, New York, ring on.
Flanked by Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, Cool Hand, Angia, and Orange Cassidy last week, Taz. They crossed paths in that huge 8-man tag.
Right there for Orange Cassidy, just stepping on the man. But Orange Cassidy head games for his opponent, Luke Garcia. And I'm sure we'll see
something that Chris Jericho preaches a lot with his JAS.
A highly educated professional wrestler. It's a shame.
Maybe if you've never seen him before, listen, you're seeing a guy come out here with blue jeans on and a blue belt veteran amongst ring wars throughout the...
Daniel Garcia and Taz, you know, speaking about the accolades, he come by accident.
Oh, no, you're right. I mean, Orange Cassidy is...
Yes, red hook expression.
I love the word amok. We need to use it more. So swivel the hips. That's part of trying to be, or being a sport.
Now into the side headlock goes Orange Cassidy. Daniel Garcia. And nice arm drag there by the AEW Inner
Bar on with that figure four grip over the elbow joint.
Showing Daniel Garcia that, hey, I can do it too.
Into a false sense of confidence.
That's what he did there. A lot of guys will get arm ringing up Garcia, but nice block.
Oh, that's great.
You know, earlier we heard from the AEW World Champion MJF. We have a chance to join us in Las Vegas on Sunday, May 28th for Double or Nothing in our return to Las Vegas.
I'll tell you, going back.
See, got caught creeping in. Cassidy introducing him to the top turnbuckle.
Zoned in right on that hand, those little bones in that wrist and those fingers.
So be in action later on tonight when they defend the AEW House of Black defense. Cassidy driving Garcia to the barricade. We will also...
Now, on that dive there, you saw they buckled his knee a little bit. Did Orange Cat.
World Trios Championship Open House match, plus the main event inside that steep. That dates back to the first ever Double or Nothing and by Buddy Matthews of Orange Cassidy. What about Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett damaging back of the champion? And now Daniel Garcia doing the same. Don't go! Garcia sounded more like he's...
Sports entertainer to me. You know what that means? You hear the word all the time.
I mean, something about stereotyping.
So I like that when I turn to face you, you could tell.
Yeah, talk for that.
Garcia.
You know, the conversations happen. They work as that back.
And Garcia, despite the fact that he is all of Orange Cassidy's previous title defenses, he knows just how.
You're right. Oh, look at that.
Cover.
He studies, but it's almost like you look Taz at these matches and doesn't have the same match twice, right?
Fighting, map-based style, you know, that you bring that to your it levels it out.
And Orange Cassidy defend his international championship in so many different types of matches. Most recently against Orange Cassidy has expertise in.
Yeah, true. No, he does.
Keep something in your back pocket.
That's right.
Like tomfoolery.
Orange stumble our way to the ring like a doddering old man. Unseat the AEW International Champion Orange again.
Yeah, look at that straight mockery right there, hands in pocket. I like it. Something like that makes me uncomfortable watching.
Of his 20 defenses of the AEW International, looking to exploit all of those throughout the match, Taz.
And he's been doing it. Garcia.
To what he just did, he's wrestled a great match. You're right, Taz.
He has. He really
feeling the pain surge throughout his wrist, and now Cassidy. Oh, Garcia chopped down the right hand.
Super duplex.
Garcia. Oh! Orange Cassidy, he tried to turn the corner, but he couldn't get it all.
Let's not also forget he took a hell of a bump from the top.
And now
back to the injured knee.
Talked about Jay Lethal. He was Jay Lethal. That was August 3rd of last year. Big shots being exchanged by champion and challenger alike.
A smart move by Orange Cassidy.
Has felled so many opponents, but now opting for the... That is dirty.
It's effective and legal.
It will cerebral match by the challenger, Daniel Garcia. Hands captured in the pockets. Over in the pockets.
Correct, and that's not as effective, but it's enough to go with that hand, man. His hand is banged up.
He's wondering himself.
We've seen him land drop kick to the knee, sent the champion reeling.
And I'll tell you what.
Back to the fight and stops looking at the fans.
I'll tell you that. I don't know if he should be doing this here.
Cassidy, he's been...
Right, Excalibur. Nothing new.
And captured just like boot, the flat of the boot across the jaw. Jumping!
Garcia, if your opponent tells you to put on the brakes, hell, don't do it.
He's counted by Orange Cassidy. What a shot there.
He caught him there.
Right hand. Enough! No!
Wow. Great match.
We've seen Orange Cassidy to losing that international champ.
The pain on that lower back right now, because that's what it hit, besides the knee.
Hook. Now he's got the arch on the back.
Oh, he's got to tap out here. Oh, my God.
Will the referee touch Orange Cassidy? Escape, and now, look at this triangle attempt.
Went through a punch, but now nice counter.
Wow. Garcia is wrestling a... No, he did not. Now Bryce right there. It was close.
And
we're going to get a new champ here. Wait a minute.
Orange Cassidy reverses. Tight, and he got him!
My God, what a match!
Champion, freshly squeezed Orange.
Entire story. Daniel Garcia knows if he didn't screw Cassidy, the look on his face says he barely
escaped.
Well, 7 days ago.
You know what I find very convenient? That she does not here this week. She went back to... She might not be here in person this week. She's most certain.
Match, our arms will be raised, but not Jamie Hayter's. How's that shoulder feeling?
Except, no matter what percentage you think I am,
will show you. Offensive.
And our AEW Women's World Champion, Jamie Hayter. Former champions.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a lot of firepower. Like you said, a black heart. Christian Cage with a big bash.
Not here in Detroit tonight. And you know who else gonna say, knowing that those men are not there? There you see Wardlow and Lee Moriarty. Wardlow preparing for that TN.
Wearing that same jacket every week. Enough.
All right, night, and you have really put your fans wondering why, how you can do that.
First things first. So you want, it's simple. Because I'm Chris Schmitz that I have, you're afforded certain luxuries and when your name has the cachet that mine does. Question for you, Tony. I have a question for you.
All right. I don't know. What do you mean?
Much had a father. Path, because let's face it. But here's the thing, it's a good and lucky for you, it just so happens that Arn was That's right. You may or may not know. And I'm gonna go out on a limb right now and I'm gonna say his business was to send his son Brock down the right path. He with his brand new TNT championship, and he could just throw Brock to the side of that legend steering that ship. Team with Tully Blanchard, I guess that makes you a legend, right? Let me ask you a question, Arn. How many times have you? None? None? I am a multi-time world heavyweight champion. Grabs and claw to reach that mountaintop. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you realize your legend is not as cunning as... I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Next week here on Dynamite, you're gonna stand in this and realize that your days as a TNT champion are all kiss my ass.
Building, we will see if he's still third member of the Four Pillars match at Double or Nothing.
99-cent store. It's not to wash dishes. It's to be a pro wrestler. Big ass skate park. We're here with my dad. And doing jumps on a dirt training. Don't you see? The reason I do the crazy things outside the ring is it much more than what people have told me I was capable of. So much to me, my friends, my family,
into this business. He, like a young Sting, got into pro wrestling. So did Darby.
And how I'm gonna get there. And where I'm going.
Will Darby Allin lead Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan? Let's go back inside the building and to the
new countouts, new disqualifications, anything goes.
Yeah, baby, I'm ready for it.
Anna Jay used to be best friends.
House of Black, Julia Hart.
Ever the opportunist, Anna Jay.
As I mentioned, both women were best friends, but boiling point between the two here tonight in Detroit.
This is no hope. These two ladies, as you said, they used to be.
Job by Julia Hart. She absorbed that shot. She waited for Anna.
Jack, Amon Shumpert, and more. NBA legend Dwayne Wade hosts the Cube.
You got it in, buddy.
Both these girls are going to need ice cubes after this match. This is not corny.
Kendo stick. Kendo stick.
Oh! And Anna, she said that Julia Hart joined Anna. That joined the cult because the Jericho Appreciation Society does
point there now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. That's true.
Needless to say,
I think for the better. Both these young ladies are fighters. They're tough.
Out of either woman prior to them joining the House of Black or Lori.
Yeah, well, Anna's hurting, so she could do whatever she wants to try to do here.
Well, you know, Taz, you brought up a good point. The Anna Jay's in bed.
You're right about that. She's dishing out on Anna Jay.
So good power there. Is Julia losing control of this?
Good job. Very good counter with that
goes. And Julia Hart with the upper hand makes
the House of Black and is real creepy. Overlook the fact that
cheerleading, I believe, and tremendous athletes obviously cheerleading.
Years ago, it's different now.
Best of Anna, but you see Anna with those chains on her in the throat with that one. Oh, the eye poke.
I was going to say
heavy eye poke.
That was right in.
Larry Fine.
Oh my God, yes.
But gouge one another's eyes.
Eyeball Jones.
A live round.
Oh, Julia.
Girls are letting it fly.
Big.
Puts them to great use.
And now bringing the chair back into the ring. Anna wedging it in the corner. Position. Excalibur joined by Tony Schiavone and Taz inside the ring. It is no.
Anna Jay made sure that chair was wedged, but it was used against her, and it's still.
Bunch of chairs being pulled out from the bottom of the ring by Julia Hart.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God.
Maybe no holds left after that one.
It's an excellent.
Barely barely kicking out.
Take a look here. Watch this counter, as I said, bam!
Really on the chair, that right hip.
Steel everywhere. You hit your hip, your knee, your
shoulders, knees, and toes. But got it! Oh! Change it! The kick in the corner. Julia Hart sandwiched.
Some stuff rained down on her.
Yeah, she's hurting right.
Checking with her right now.
Saw Julia immediately comes up, clutching her pro wrestler does.
It's the core, right? The middle of your body. So
AEW Rampage, special night and time this Saturday, 10/9 Central on TNT.
You cannot even get up. She's trying to roll out of the way. She can't even roll out of the way.
She hit Julia on the outside, now looking to do it inside the board. Anna attempting maybe a brain buster.
He needs to mount some kind of offense, Julia Hart, but she's hurting. Her hip is down.
That's how much hatred she has for her AEW World Trios Championship match.
God!
And Julia Hart has done it!
Those women left it all in the ring, guys. They really did.
Yeah, Julia Hart.
Julia Hart, and coming up next, there's some very specific rules. In effect, vacations are enforced, and dealer's choice. That is the
international title tonight. Trent.
I think there's enough room in my backpack for 3 more.
Best amigos win the big one.
Good one. Tell him, Chucky.
Dude, you didn't tell me about that spooky girl was out there earlier. She's scary as hell.
Julia Hart.
That one, her right.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so tired, Renee.
Me too.
The AEW World Trios Championship. Fred.
Well, coming up next here on Dynamite, AEW Dynamite back live on TBS. The challengers.
Approaching the ring at a total combined weight